The people that I interviewed are named Steve and Isabella. Steve has been working for the same company for 22 years, selling autoglass to large national fleets of vehicles. He is a Caucasian 51-year-old who loves watching football and cheering for his favorite team, the Seattle Seahawks. Isabella is a Caucasian 52-year-old who is self-employed. She is currently working on a music business that she recently started and loves to use her creativity to start projects, constantly working on something new. Steve and Isabella are a happily married couple. Now that you know who these people are, I will discuss their type of relationship. The couple I interviewed had been married for over 22 years, since 1997. Psychology Today defines marriage as the process by which two people make their relationship public, official, and permanent. It is the joining of two people in a bond that lasts until death, but is often cut short by separation or divorce. I think it's unfortunate that this definition includes that marriages often are cut short. Marriage should be a lifelong bond between two people, where rights and responsibilities are shared. It is a pledge that is made to unite two people, where honesty and trust become the foundation for which the marriage is built on. It is important to analyze this type of relationship, since marriages should be taken seriously and really deeply considered before making the lifelong commitment. According to the American Psychological Association, more than 90% of people marry by the age of 50 in Western cultures. However, about 40 to 50% of those marriages in the United States end in divorce. Healthy marriages can lead to benefits in many areas of the couple's lives. It is good to not jump into a commitment without the long term being considered, and both honesty and trust being established in the relationship. Now that you understand their type of relationship, let's talk about their responses in the interview. The first question that I asked the married couple is what they find attractive about each other. Isabella's response was that she finds Steve's sense of humor attractive. She loves how they are able to laugh together throughout different moments in their lives. Life can sometimes become kind of heavy, so being able to have times that are lighthearted keeps them focused on the joy of life. Steve said that he finds Isabella's spontaneous laughter attractive. He sometimes can take life too seriously in certain areas, but she is able to laugh out loud and remind him of the joy that laughter brings. She doesn't let anything hold her back and is able to let go, being her complete self and enjoying the small moments of life. I'm not surprised that these were the answers that were given. I know that they laugh together often, and that they like to keep life fun and joyful, since there can be a lot of heaviness that life can bring at times. The second question I asked them was what kind of compromises they've had to make in their marriage. Isabella said that she has had to become more accepting and tolerant in their relationship. There are areas she has had to learn to appreciate and accept, rather than focus on trying to change. Steve said that he used to be more organized and tidy until he realized that there are more important things worth fighting for. It is not realistic to point out every error or thing that needs to be improved. I thought these answers made sense, since they have definitely learned to become accepting of each other's habits and tendencies. Of course, they continue to help each other learn and grow, but the focus isn't based on the things that need to be changed. The third question that I asked was what the key things that they've learned in their marriage are. Isabella shared that she does not let every argument turn into World War III. Not everything needs to become a big deal, and they just have to come to a point where they are able to overlook each other's offenses and give each other grace. Steve talked about how they have their own isms, and both of them have things that make them quirky and unique, but that make them who they are. They have learned to love and accept each other for that. These answers really gave me a new perspective of their marriage and of relationships in general. I feel like it can be easy to make something a big deal or to have expectations of the other person. However, them sharing how they give one another grace and love helps me see the importance of doing that in relationships and eventually in marriage. In conclusion, I learned some important characteristics of marriage. Most of the answers were not very surprising to me, since I constantly see the dynamics and interactions of Steve and Isabella's marriage. It was interesting to dig deeper into their relationship and hear their answers to the questions that I asked. It was helpful for me to explore some key elements of what makes a marriage healthy and successful. My biggest takeaway from this interview process would be that acceptance of one another and of each other's unique self is a key part of extending grace and love into the relationship, Also, bringing fun and laughter into the marriage keeps life joyful and exciting no matter what the circumstances of life are. I'm not in a marriage, but even just hearing a married couple share their thoughts is helpful for me to learn when I maybe am in one day. Thank you for letting me share.